Welcome back. My name is Kevin Sidebottom, and I'm a speaker, author, and trainer on the Sales Process Uncovered. I go around the country and I help sales organizations and leadership teams build influence, and we use the Sales Process Uncovered to really understand that, because there's 5 buying decisions that we've got to answer for our customers and our teams. Now, today we're going to talk about how to speed up the sales process. Now, there's a few factors that go into the speed of the sales process, and we're going to identify them. So the first thing we're going to talk about today on this video is the fact that the length actually impacts your sales process. Second thing is the value of what you're selling also affects the sales process. Okay? The third that we are going to talk about is how long you've been using the sales process. Those 3 things are what we're going to talk about today. So, the first one is what we talk about is the length. How long is your sales process? Okay? Now, my sales process that I teach is 10 steps. I've heard people do 5 and 7. Basically, if you're answering the 5 buying decisions that the customer has, well, then you're okay. If you're not, you need to adjust your sales process. Now, here's what I typically do. I really do a lot of research and development at the very beginning of any sale. I want to understand who I'm dealing with, who all the people are, what the situation is. I take a lot of time in my part of the sales process to understand that. And I take and understand, the needs that the customer has and develop my questions and all that stuff to really, when I go to finally present, I can use those questions and have a high effective rate. Okay? And if we don't answer all of the questions and all the needs that they have, well, then we're going to get objections. And typically you don't want objections, but they do actually point you back in the right direction, so they're okay. But we need to understand what the length of our sales process is. How much are we doing before we actually engage the customer? How much are we doing in the prospecting? How much are we doing in the overall objective, the plan? We need to understand how long our sales process is, and is it maybe too long or too short, which is bogging us down later. So we need to understand those aspects in the very beginning, and then how each one of the steps in the sales process actually answer those 5 buying decisions. So we need to make sure that we're doing that. Now, if you have any questions about that, definitely reach out. I can help point you in the right direction. Okay? So the second one that we're going to impact is the dollar value on the sale. That's right, the dollar value. Now, anything under $1,000 is typically a pretty quick sale, and the length of your sales process is drastically shorter. When I've done multi-million-dollar deals with multi-year contracts, they've taken sometimes as a couple years to develop this process and actually come and finalize it. I mean, it just takes a long time. It's a lot of investment in multi-million-dollar deals. Some of the biggest deals I've done is $20 million, 5-year contracts. That took a long time for that to come together. And I had to make sure that we were answering all of the customer's needs. And here's the deal. When you're doing big organization deals, well, people come and go. That's right. People leave. Well, then the needs change. What they really need for everything can change. What the organization's focus, like if they were big on quality or they're big on, horsepower or something, those needs change, and it depends on the leadership. So we need to be making sure that we're working with those people and understanding all their needs. But again, the bigger the dollar value, typically the longer the sales process is going to be. And it's okay. We just need to make sure that we're moving forward and know what our next step is with the customer. Okay? Now, the third thing is, how long have you been using the sales process? That's right. How long have you been using it? If you're brand new, it's going to take you a little while. Anytime I've done a new project that I've never done before, it takes me longer than when I'm mass producing it. Now I can actually paint a room in a house in a couple of hours because I'm that efficient. I don't need to use tape and all that other stuff that I used to use when I first started. You get faster because you actually understand stuff. When you've had a lot of experience with your product, you'll be able to drive the needs and the questions and everything better and be more efficient as you go. And when you review at the end of the sales process, you'll actually be able to go back through and see where you got hung up, so you're going to refine the process. So over time, you're naturally going to get faster in your sales process. Okay? Now here's an extra little tidbit, just because you're on this video. By actually having somebody come in and help you refine your process and help sure that all of the salespeople are using the process correctly, well, that's actually going to speed up the process as well. So I encourage you to invest in your sales team and bring people in to help solidify your process. Okay? Now, if you have any questions about your sales process and where you might have limitations or you might not be answering those 5 buying decisions, well, that's what I'm here for. That's why I do these videos. That's why I do blogs. I'm here to help you. If you have any questions, reach out. My contacts are below. And if you like this video, like and subscribe so that way I can reach more people and help more people. I do this to help. That's why I'm here. See you next time.